everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am getting a jump on replanting for the cool season by tearing out my tender succulents here in my succulent table and getting it replanted with things that will thrive through the winter regardless of our temperature fluctuations. So this process is actually really simple, but I love to overwinter these succulents. So the main thing that I'm taking care of today is getting these repotted into a lightweight plastic container so that I can set it out in the sun, and for the couple weeks longer that we have until we get frost, they can get reestablished before they get shoved into my heated shed where they are going to overwinter. So let me show you exactly how simple and creative this process can be. So essentially what I'm going to do, using these two large plastic bowls that you can see I've drilled a ton of holes into, so they have perfect drainage. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of my soil cube. This is the new product, Veggie Mix, which actually has wood fiber and aged pine bark added to it, so it's even better draining. I'm just gonna put some of that in the bottom, and then I will just sort of gently rip out, essentially with the roots intact, the succulents from the table. Now, ripping these out is going to take a little bit of finessing, and I'm going to do it relatively gently and carefully because I've been overwintering these succulents for at least, I don't know, 5 to 7 years. And I love that I don't have to go out to a store and buy them season after season, even though they aren't hardy here in Central North Carolina Zone 7. So, all right, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off and officially start tearing out summer. It's not my favorite task, but it is inevitable. Well, as you can see, all the succulents from the table fit into this one container, and I just filled in with soil cube to sort of the appropriate level. I'm not going to water it in because, again, these succulents don't need a ton of water, but I am going to just let it sit here in the sun to sort of get established before it goes into the shed and has a kind of a long, dark winter. And here you can see the table is empty. I'm not really worried about the root mass that's still in here. I'm not going to dig out all that soil. I'm just going to top dress with some fresh Veggie Mix from Soil Cube, and I'm going to get it replanted for the cool season. Well, as you can see, it doesn't take a lot of soil to fill up the succulent table planter. This is only, I guess, about maybe 3 inches deep, and it has just like hundreds of holes drilled in on the underside, so it drains really well. And I've decided this year, usually I direct sow seeds, and that would work out fine, but I've been visiting garden centers and buying plants along the way, and decided to do something that's a little out of my norm. I am going to plant a wide range of colors of violas with the burgundy leaf romaine lettuce. And I think that that's going to look really cool through the cool season. It's also going to provide me some things to be able to harvest for salads, both the lettuce greens and the delicious colorful viola flowers. Well, I think it looks really nice and colorful, but I don't want to see all that exposed soil. So let me see what kind of ground cover I can come up with, whether it's planted or some sort of creative colorful mulch. Well, and since this is a succulent table, I've decided to go ahead and just plant some hardy sedums as the ground cover. I've got a couple different varieties that I've literally just grabbed right out of the garden, and I'm just gonna gently put them in place, and over the period of the next really couple of months, they will do their job and completely cover the ground. This sedum album is especially useful for that purpose. You can see nice long strands that I am just gonna sort of set in any open space, and basically anywhere where the stem touches soil, it'll root in. This is definitely the easy button for ground plane coverage in a container. And here's an up-close view now that it's totally planted. You see I've added some personal touches, including my Swedish snails and my little ceramic cats. And I really love the color combination, the fact that there isn't so much of a pattern. I'm trying to get out of my pattern habits. And I think this is going to be bright and cheerful for the winter season ahead. Plus, I'll be able to harvest delicious salads from it. Well, I hope this video will inspire you to get outside and start planting some cool season annuals. Violas are my all-time favorite. They are much hardier than traditional pansies. Violas are, of course, the smaller flower, and they really do persist through the entire winter season here in Zone 7. And, of course, you can't beat the beautiful, colorful foliage of lettuce. Well, be sure to subscribe to the Breathe the Plant Lady YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more updates as I continue replanting for the winter season. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.